What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, another video. This will be the third ethereal pour that we do on this channel. The colors we're using today are beautiful. So we have a light green permanent, hooker's green permanent. We have that Dianca Pours sterling silver and some titanium white. And that is the color palette we're using today for our base. Now, you guys are actually really liking these videos, so I'm gonna keep giving you what you want. How's everybody doing this wonderful day? Right now, we're just gonna layer this cup. I think I'm gonna layer it a little bit different. I'm gonna let it drip down the sides because that will help let the colors kind of mix a little bit. I'm gonna have a few thin layers, kind of to help with the transparency of these paints. And it seems like no matter how hard we try, we can't avoid the bubbles, you guys. All right. Man, it's still cold here, you guys. It's still cold here in Detroit. Need one of you guys to bring me a heater or something. Send help. Because I'm not doing too hot up here. Oh Lord, it's cold. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm working on the bridge all day long. It could be worse. Oh yeah, look at these juicy greens. This one is gonna be beautiful. All right, so let me get all this silver out of there. And then we're gonna use the silver stick to draw our lines. I'm gonna try to be gentle. I don't want to put bubbles into it. Look at those layers. Man, oh man, it's glorious. All right, I can move these out of the way a little bit. We're just gonna do the same thing we did last time. Flip the whole production over. Oh man. All right. So yeah, there's no silicone in any of these colors. These colors are all mixed. 3 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. The pouring medium was the Artist Loft pouring medium. I didn't use Floetrol because I'm not trying to create cells. The bubbles in themselves do that enough for me. It gives me a cell look that it's not what I'm going for, but sometimes you gotta play the hand you're dealt. Oh, I'm already seeing that white soaking out that way, so change the direction of the cup a little bit. Now that is fantastic. Ooh. Let me get rid of these few little bubbles I'm seeing already. There are less bubbles, so I will take that as a win. But yeah, these colors look really cool together. Like, even though we didn't use a neon green, it almost looks like an electric neon green in the middle there. Gorgeous. All right, let's see where that weight of the paint is. There it is, right there. And I could also take and just try to touch up the edges a little bit. Like to give it something to slide on, if that makes sense. So these paints are just in the cup anyway. Just giving it a surface to where it's not completely dry, and maybe it'll help it slide a little. That's the idea anyway. And we still got a little bit left in each one of these cups. And I already know that there's enough paint on this canvas to cover the whole thing. So we're just gonna Put them a little bit around the edges here. I feel like a kid again. I'm finger painting right now. All right. There's enough of me being goofy, I guess. All right. So I'm ready. You guys ready? Let's spin this bad boy out and see what it turns into. That might have been way too hard. Nope. It all stayed on the table, so. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That came out perfect for me. That is exactly what I was hoping would happen. Got a whole lot of the light going on in the center. Give it another light little spin to kind of help those areas that I had to touch. Oh man, look at this thing. And silver lines, silver, and then you have really subtle silver going through the center. This is beautiful, you guys. All right, so we're gonna let this dry and then do our magic. Be right back. All right, so this is gonna be my final experiment with this one, and I'm probably gonna branch off in a different direction. This one's dry. I have this ring here, and I have my little piece of plastic, and the idea is to put the medium down, put the ring down, put some cell activator on the edge, and kind of swipe away from the ring. That's the idea. Now, I don't know if it's gonna work. I hope it's gonna work, but we won't know until we try. So I'm trying to tap these bubbles out real quick. There is a lot of them in here. I mixed it too much. But there's tons of bubbles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour it. Look at all those bubbles, you guys. There's a lot of bubbles in this one. All right. Now this one has two parts the clear Elmer's glue to 1 part pouring medium, kind of like my very last one, the purple one. And I've found so far that that is helping the lacing kind of hold up. Because you know, you mix all these different chemicals together, there's bound to have some interactions that you didn't intend on. All right, let me just try my best to pop some of these bubbles here. I mixed up a little bit more for this one because I feel like I'm gonna need more coverage. Some of these bubbles I could probably worry about later, but if I get rid of them now, then I don't have to deal with so many of them later, because when I spin it out, it's gonna further thin it, and then you're definitely gonna see even more bubbles. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. Kind of wanna get my coverage now to avoid getting any black on the green part. All right, there we go. Let me do something. So I'm gonna set this down with my eyeball just as centered as I can get it. Now that should make a decent barrier, I hope. I'm gonna put on another glove and then grab my cell activator and my swipe tool. We're gonna need some paper towels for this. You'd think I would have been prepared for that, you guys, but I was not, sadly. All right, here we go. So we got our coverage, and I'm just bending this enough to just get the edge of it. And here we go. No. It's not going to be perfect. Maybe it'll make some cool little wispies, you know? Yeah, I'm liking the effect. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's turn it a little bit more. No, it's not perfectly circular, and that's okay. Stick my finger all in that glue. Let's get a little closer to the circle. That's weird, when I pull it away, that's when it's doing that stuff. Like when I drag the plastic piece, it is kind of pulling away from the center a little bit. I think we're going to end up doing a couple more passes with the swipe. 'Cause I'm liking what I'm seeing when it's closer. Swipe over swipe? What happens? More magic? Yeah. Which is cool because all this white spot is going to be clear. But yeah, man, I'm liking this. Just a little bit more. I like the swipes over the swipes too. Those things are creating some really interesting blending. It almost looks like a gray color. And that's only because of the white that's in the pouring medium, because the glue is completely clear. So, I'm not sure. All right. I think that is going to be as much as we do for this one. I'm just over here cleaning off my little swipe tool so it's not covered in paint. And then let's see if I can pick this up without completely wrecking everything. Oh man, there's that big skin there. Look at that. A bubble. Yeah, that created some really cool looking effects, didn't it? And for our final trick, we're gonna spin it just a little. Kind of continue to stretch it ever so slightly. All right. Let us, I really love what's going on in there. Super curious as to what that's gonna look like when it dries, since We're getting some grays in there, and it's almost like blending, but not so much blending. All right. Just a kind of a light spin. And that's not doing too much, is it? Maybe just a little bit harder. What do you think? Kind of stretch out these cells just a little. Right, and that created some really interesting looking abstract patterns in there. I kind of like that. Very like lightning and fractal, and that is so cool. All right, well, let me bring you guys down so you can check it out. I'm really excited to see what this looks like dry. Okay, I am very excited to see what this looks like dry. I mean, there's so many little tiny details in this thing. Just looks like lightning, like almost like one of those things where you can look forever down into it and continue to see different little things.
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.